21st of April. And it's a Wednesday. It's a Wednesday. And I'm recording into my DVR device. And we're about to go for a walk with the dog. See, I got this device when we were in 2009.
Yeah?
When we were in the old house beside the Connemara. It's that old.
Mm.
I had to buy a special adapter because things have moved on so much that the new headphones and the new mics don't work on this old device. That's how old it is. 11 years in the technical world is like 100 years, isn't it? You know the way things change?
Yeah. Yeah. What shall I wear? Floppy too big jeans or my pink trouser? I take the risk that she won't jump on me.
Oh yeah, you should take something that's she's going to just
Scratch it.
go straight through that. Put jeans on or something.
I've got just the big jean now. The one which is I'm flopping. There's one from Marvel 30.
Or just go like that, that's fine. With the socks and the underwear.
And my blues everywhere. You got the key off here?
Yeah. I'll have to get you those leggings that I see in all the TikTok girls, and then we can do my reaction to
I'm
that.
50 years old. I'm not past the age of wearing leggings.
I know, but you've got the body of a 19-year-old. Good. That's on tape. That's on tape.
What do you want tonight?
It's funny. The reaction of the guys is so universal, and it's that sexual thing. Every guy that is exactly my reaction.
It's not too bad actually. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
floppy style. How do you think? It's like
That's fine. Yeah. Every reaction to the guy when the guy came in, and the first thing he went is like that. Look. Oh wow, that's nice. Oh, every single guy was like that. It goes to show the sexual. It's an unconscious kind of force.
What shall I wear on top? That's more for indoor. I'm gonna take my hat. I have to do some painting this afternoon.
Yeah, I'm going to try and. I'd like to try and get back into one of my games. Anno 1800 or something. I haven't played anything like that for months.
Did you take the niche of Tuco? No.
No. I was wondering if you could do one like these for me, and you could just put EFG on it.
Yes, I can use yours here. No,
If you could get something with a nice pattern, and maybe
but that's.
I could decide the colours, and then you could just put EFG, and I'll put it in my room.
Yeah. Do you like yourself that much? Huh?
Well, I could take a picture of it, and I'd actually could use it as an avatar on YouTube and stuff. You know the little. You got like EFG, and you can use that as your thing. Who's that? Who's that? Yeah, I like that, yeah. The lead. Oh, you've got it, right. I've got the keys.
Got the keys of your home.
You keep an eye on the house when we're gone, Bob, yeah? I was trying to imagine how big we must look from a cat's point of view, huh?
Yeah.
If you just look up, we're like way up in the...
Oh, my sunglasses. There, the ball as well. No, the small wood ball.
These are the ones I bought you?
Yeah, online.
That's because I have the style, you see. Okay, let's lock poor Bob up there, looking out the window. Bob wants to sleep. He doesn't give a fuck. Just wants to have a nap. There's a. Oh, I see it. There's two birds in front of me on the tree. Two birds. Flirting, maybe. You ready, Tuco? I think he really wants to.
Little by little, the blessing is falling.
Yeah, yeah.
I give to that, as I take
I'm going to take my hat, yeah, because I think it's windy. Oh, be safe than sorry. It's best be comfortable than not. God, my knees are aching a bit. Yeah, it's all slow, the progression, you know. 55 is still 55. And I'm starting to feel my knees. I can't get the key out of the fucking door. There you go. Right. Wednesday afternoon.
not that warm. If you put your hand here, see at the end over there on the right, that's why we can do a big fire. There, exactly, to get all the piece. Voilà.
You want to?
Put an extra layer underneath, yeah?
Ah.
Alors, tu veux venir? Tu veux venir, Rita? Tu vas te balader? Hein? Salut, Midi. Tu la prends? Allez.
Hello. Hello, Rita.
Ça y est, vous avez les plumes, les pions? On en fera? Ah. Vous gardez? Ah bon?
Tuco. Tuco. Allez, Tuco. Allez, allez. Allez, allez.
Vous gardez le bal alors.
Good boy, Tuco. Oh, oh. Oh. Ah, ah, ah.
Voilà.
Oh, le petit baby.
Petit bébé, je sais pas. Hein,
Ouais,
le gros chiot, ouais.
le teenager.
Doucement, doucement. Oui, tu vas y
Open
aller.
the game,
Voilà. Allez.
Maybe we can go through the field, no?
Yeah. Okay, so you still have one pops. And she said, yeah, so you're gonna... Julie, she said, no, we're keeping that one.
They're keeping it?
Yeah.
Well, it'll be company for Rita, if nothing else.
Yeah, two big dogs like that.
They'll be locked up together.
I can tell you as soon as I can bring it for a walk, I'll bring it, because he's a boy, so he's not gonna like Tuco, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
I hope that's not planted, huh? Doesn't look like, huh?
I did see the guy going through here with the tractor slowly.
Yeah, he passed by a few times, but I don't see any seed here. Do you see?
No. Unless they're buried very deep.
Yeah. He said there will be sweet corn, Jeannot, but
I saw Jano yesterday, the day before,
really?
driving his tractor up here.
Oh.
Let's wave down.
Supposed to have retired.
I think he just goes out driving around his tractor.
Completely irresponsible to keep one.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to do like with Rita. As soon as he'll be able to go for a walk.
I have to try and get him to be
bring it
Tuco's
to the-
friend.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Otherwise, we're gonna be in trouble.
And then they'll have to invest in more muzzles. You think for his own sake, you think one would be enough. I mean, you kind of wonder what would, how could you possibly make that decision when you can't really, you're hardly bothered with the one you have. You can't be bothered taking him for a walk.
Take care of the-
You're screaming and shouting at him half the time. Why the fuck would you want another one? I don't understand.
Yeah.
It's like her with her. She wants,
I'm
she
sure.
wants a pig and stuff. Look at her.
Yeah. She's I think he thinks, like he thought that once she's got the baby, she'll be quiet. Maybe he thinks that by keeping a boy like that, he's gonna calm her down. She'll have company.
I doubt it. She'll have company, all right.
Who is that? His girlfriend. It's good for him. But someone to smell the ass.
They're both having cacas at the same time.
Tuco is having caca. He's having pee and so on.
That's why he wanted to go out.
Yeah, yeah.
Poor Tuco. He wanted to go to the loo, huh?
No, 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 don't eat the pee-pee. Tuco.
Tuco.
Alors, Rita. Huh? She says she hasn't been out since Saturday.
No, I didn't see anybody.
Yeah, of course.
I tried to walk her a few times. I just couldn't find the key to the gate. She saw me passing once or twice, but she doesn't, I think she barks, but she knows I'm not going to take her for a walk.
You think?
I'd
Well,
say so.
She doesn't see Tuco with you. She
Yeah,
doesn't,
yeah.
She doesn't bark the same way. Yeah. It's Tuco as well she's after, you know. And that's why the boy could be jealous after, or Tuco, whatever.
Yeah, as long as you get them, they get plenty of time together when they're very young and
Yeah.
when the pup is young.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Also,
God.
last time when I took the pup out and I was playing the pup and Tuco, I put her back, you know, to make sure that this time she didn't attack Tuco. She was mad, huh? Barking at Tuco. Tuco was really playing with the little pup. That was nice. But so, how she's gonna be with Tuco, you know? If I bring them for a walk with the little boy now.
Yeah.
If Tuco and the little boy start to get together, she's gonna be awful with Tuco. She's very she's got a jealous temper.
Yeah, I hope it doesn't all end bad with one of the dogs killing Tuco. Bad enough having Brad without having to worry about these two.
I will not take the dogs out without the things on the mouth anyway. No muselière, no walk. The grass has grown in 4 days, yeah.
Yeah, the rain and the sun.
The sun, I don't know, the rain, yeah.
We did have rain here.
Yeah?
Yeah, I told you I got soaked
yeah.
one day. It rained kind of solidly for the whole evening. This hat was like a wet sponge. By the time I got home, it was really heavy with the
Wasn't
water.
too cold?
No, luckily it wasn't cold because it wasn't wind. It wasn't that windy. It was pretty still. But this jacket is pretty good. It kept the rain off everything inside. Doesn't look like it's very good, but
Kept the rain inside.
it kept the rain off
Really?
because this was dry.
Really?
Yeah, I was surprised. And my runners, it was a good test for these runners as well. They're pretty waterproof.
Un gros Malteser et un Malteser all in one.
So your mum and dad seemed on good form, except when your dad was drinking and
No, my mom was not that in good form, I think. No. She's gonna do a radiostasis 3 days in a specific hospital in Marseille. So a car comes to pick her up at home, bring her to Marseille. She does the radiostasis, you know, things on the spine, yeah,
yeah.
for the metastasis she has, and then bring her back to Maraval, all taken in charge by the system. Fantastic, huh?
Is that going to be painful?
No, I don't think so. No, there is no pain. It's nothing to do like chemio. No pain, no side effect. And it's a new machine they've got in that hospital in Marseille, which really targets the dot, you know?
So it sends in some signal? It's not like an injection or anything going in?
It's a burn. It's a laser.
A laser? Oh, right.
Laser. It burns the metastasis.
Mm.
So it's a new machine, and I think she's 100% in the profile for that machine.
Oh, that's good.
So they're going to try on her. She's a bit a cobaye as well, you know. Oh, she's 80, if we miss, doesn't matter. You know, I'm sure there is some people thinking maybe like that.
Yeah, it doesn't get like that, does it? You kind of think it's bizarre that it's... It's bizarre the attitude you can have when you're younger toward getting older, but you're still just as scared kind of... you're still just as scared and just as childlike in a way when you're 80 as when
Yeah.
you're 18. It's
Your body is aging, but your mind doesn't.
yeah, you're just as scared of death. I don't know why. When I was young, I've said it a few times before, I always kind of thought some psychological massive transformation would happen and you just wouldn't be scared of death at all after 60. And it's like, it's not like that at all. So your mom has got the same fears as I'd have if I was going through that.
Mm.
It's like my mom, she's the same, you know, she's turned 80 as well, but she's just as terrified of getting sick and everything else. Nobody wants to die, you know, unless you're a very specific, you've got very specific psychological issues or whatever, you know. The suicidal people.
Or you really have a strong belief about the afterlife.
Yeah, or you've
Death
just,
is the beginning of a new life,
yeah, you're very spiritual.
and then you don't care.
Or you've had enough, you just had enough of this life. Some people are like that. You've just had enough. You're kind of going, well, I'm not that religious, but to be honest, I'm just, there's nothing keeping me here anymore. I'm not,
But especially
I'm just bored, you know, I
like
want to go.
Isabelle, she's got an old woman, she's 95 or 99. She's full of energy. She just had a major hips operation, you know, because the heart was...
She had a hip operation in her 90s.
95, she was too much into pain and she's bored, and everybody in her family was saying, do the operation. She get used to the pain. So she had the operation, big hips replacement at 95. And now
Wow.
she's just a few months ago, and she's up and going like that,
Walking around again.
walking around and everything. And she's saying to Isabelle, you see, I had enough. I like to go, but doesn't seem to be my time because everything's too
Yeah,
fine for
yeah,
me, you know?
yeah.
Voilà.
It's a very unique individual thing, the aging thing.
Yeah.
it's a lot to do with health and even more to do, I think, with the spirit of the person. Iggy Pop's birthday today.
Yeah.
He's 74. So, I mean, if you saw Iggy Pop, you'd be thinking, well, he may look a bit kind of crackly, but
Il a de l'énergie.
but he's a hell of a long way from kind of lying down, you know. He's
Yeah.
Iggy Pop.
He's got great energy and creative
Kind
mind
of
as well.
vitality and the creativity. I think
Yeah.
the creativity is so important because you need to be able to kind of reinvent your whole life, I think, as you get older. You know, you
Yeah,
need to
yeah.
be able to kind of
Not the same person when
Yeah.
you're 70 than when you are 60, 50, 40, 30. If you stay always in your comfort zone, you don't evolve and you age before even the time arrives.
it's like you need to be able to generate these renaissances within yourself. And maybe the people that don't do that at all, that are not creative. Because I think if you're not creative and you're just watching Coronation Street and these things all the time, well, who knows? I was going to say maybe you're less prone to get things like what's that disease where you forget everything?
Alzheimer.
There's a joke in that line.
Yeah.
But Charlton Heston got Alzheimer's, and I mean he's somebody who could recite Shakespeare pages and pages
Yeah,
of
so
stuff.
that doesn't
Really
I
work.
think there is something higher, you know.
Mm.
Call it destiny, karma, genetics.
Genetics, yeah. I think the theory of the fact that an actor is so artistic and his mind is so strong, it's a lovely human theory, and it fits so nicely that you think someone like that could never get Alzheimer's because his brain is so active, you know.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, we'd like, as humans, I think we'd like to follow that theory because it makes such sense, and it's very annoying when the theory doesn't work and someone like Charlton Heston gets that. Because then you think, oh, it's not connected to art, being artistic and all this kind of stuff. It's just seems to be luck.
Ah alors Ah alors Hein Et alors mon toucan, ça y est, t'as fait ton caca, ça va mieux?
We go that way?
Yeah, like this, you can go in the forest.
I was thinking the other day, I was trying to think, what would your dad be like if he'd stopped drinking and everything 10 years ago or 20
Wow.
years ago?
Yeah.
What way would his mind be in terms of wanting to do things, or would it be? Would it
Yeah,
be?
it'll be, he'll have the health multiplied by 2, which will be very strong. Because he's very
Like the
healthy.
whole Mumford situation, would things have changed if he'd kind
he
of
would
straightened
have,
out his?
Yeah, he would have made decisions earlier for the more for things. He would have been more. But both. My mom would not be depressed. They would have stopped drinking in their 50s, you know?
Yeah,
50,
yeah.
which means 30 years ago. Today they'll be very two different, and the couple dynamic will be different. A lot of things will be different. But they don't believe that, huh? They still don't believe.
No.
No. My mom doesn't believe that the alcohol make her depressed. It's too late to make her understand something like that in the 80s.
Well, it's hard to kind of believe when alcohol seems to cheer you up when you drink. It's very hard to get your head around the fact that actually
But you just
doing
read,
the opposite the next day, you know.
just open your mind and you read some documents and scientific results and that's it. You know?
Well, yeah, it's all completely proven. I mean, it's not like a
Yeah.
theory. It's the chemicals in it. It's an
It's a sickness.
It's a depressant. Yeah.
So then you want to be honest with yourself, or you don't. And she doesn't want to be honest with herself. At the opposite of my dad. My dad, I think, knows. He's aware, I think, completely of alcohol being a drug. Because I remember very well, he warned me about alcoholism when I was younger. Funny enough, I end up with you. But he warned me before even seeing me at my sister's wedding drunk, something like that. But I remember very well, he was telling me about one of his cousins you marry someone drunk and you say always look at the background of the person, you know. If there is any alcoholism, don't go into the family. It's genetic and all that. And it's funny. It's like when you believe about karma and things like that, you know. You had a good tip, maybe, you know, to warn me or prevent me from things, and I still did it with you, and you know. But that was anyway. So I think he knows that alcohol, but he knows that now he's 80, he doesn't care, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Il make his choice. Ah alors Rita, ah alors t'es contente? Tu veux boire un coup? Tu veux boire un peu de l'eau? Allez, va boire de l'eau. Va boire de l'eau, Lolo. Hein? Va boire un coup. Oui, tu veux boire un coup? Hein?
Oh, you're going to make him jump around in the water. He's going to get all wet.
You don't want to... No, yeah.
Allez!
Hein? Comment tu fais? Tu veux boire un coup? Non, c'est pas bon. Déjà? Allez.
It's like a train coming at you.
Yeah, it turns around, check on that. He really got a guardian dog attitude. Oui, sur les petits lapins. Tu cherches les petits lapins? Hein? Oui, sur les petits lapins. Cherche les petits lapins. Hein? Sur les petits lapins là?
Tout, tout, tout.
Yesterday I was on the... Yesterday or before yesterday, I don't remember which day. I was walking behind Maraval and I had Rox, Lifey and Tuko with me, the 3 dogs. And Lifey, you know, do you remember when we walk with Isabelle how she goes far away?
Oh,
she,
yeah,
she
yeah.
found the deer or something like that.
She runs off.
So she was running off right, left, running after a wild pig or I don't know what it was, but and in one point, so the path was like that. We were going up. Tuko was near me. Rox was just a few hundred meters above, I think, in front, and she disappeared in the wood. And suddenly, I didn't realize. I see Rox running like a mad from one side to the path to the other side through the forest and jumping like that. And ahead of him, So I don't know if it was a deer or a wild pig. I described the things my parents say. Everybody thinks it's maybe a wild pig, but above the bush, you know, I could just see the head going like that, very fast, and the rocks behind. So she found something in the wood, make it run through the things, and Rox was on the path, just follow, but lost it.
Sounds like a little, maybe a small wild pig.
I don't know. Tuko didn't understand, didn't even realize something was running. I think he went too fast.
Tuko chase after a rat maybe if you saw one, but anything else is a bit too big.
Yeah. A bit scary as for him.
When I record audio like this,
You're recording here?
yeah,
Wow.
and you don't notice it as much, maybe you do more than me, the birds are singing all the time.
Yeah.
But when I'm walking and thinking and talking to myself, I don't, it's kind of there, you don't hear. And when I'm listening back to this stuff, especially at night, I just hear the birds so much.
Yeah.
You know, there's like, I'm talking to myself, but behind it there's this soundtrack, all this ambient sound in the trees.
Here she comes now for the...
Yeah.
Before she was getting all mad.
You're definitely the surrogate mother, I think. She doesn't come to me, so it's you she's really looking at.
You think?
Yeah.
Qu'est-ce que c'est ça? Hein? Hop, taking the opportunity to smell the ass. Oh, quel bisou. Fais le bisou avec Tuko? Hein? Fais un bisou à Tuko? Coucou Rita, une love. Bisous.
I was thinking if we have a good continuation of the bull run and we end up with a couple of quid, we could maybe buy an apartment in Toulon, and then Olivier would be able to keep an eye on it. or us. I mean, every time you go to Marival, you could.
Yeah, it'd be easier than Marseille.
It'd be handy, wouldn't it? You could,
Yeah.
if you needed something very quickly.
Toulon, you? Don't know.
I'm just thinking about an investment point of view, and I guess Toulon is as good as anywhere else. There's, isn't there universities there and schools and things?
Yeah, plenty of things. Yeah.
I'm thinking more to be, you know, you're in a place where you can get people to go there if you needed something. Let's say in the future you had tenants coming, you might be able to get someone, maybe Nico's Elena or something at the time, to go and let people in and out, you know, to show them around stuff without having to go there. It'd be practical.
Yeah.
Just for something to put, well, it'd be nice to have a situation like you have in Marseille, where you've got some kind of a semi-professional youngish person that's going to pay the rent. You know, not students maybe. I think it's much better if you can get a young nurse or somebody that's studying to be something. Otherwise, my dream would be to take some of the investment out and then to be in a great position for the next, if it works like that, who knows. But if there's another kind of bull run, that's what you know, when it starts going up again in, let's say, 2021, and this time we've got, you know, we've where we start off, we bought Ada at 150 and it immediately jumps to 2. So you know what I mean? You make,
how much you have?
You make twice as much the second time round because you've been already there for a while. It's like all the guys from 2017. They're making hundreds of thousands now if they're stuck with it.
Mm. Yeah. I wouldn't mind to have another place to rent, and I wouldn't mind to have a piece of land as well, where we could put a little wood house that we ask Nico to do for us, you know.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind the land idea if the whole project was set out. Buying land itself, I find that...
A land where we can build, you know, where electricity and water are coming. And then, because Nico, you know, in his project of going solo in his business, one of his ideas is actually to go and do a build a house for people and sell them after, you know, like that, wood house, something like that. Yeah, so Dari, it's a bit of stress, something like that. Doesn't have a nice caca like when I left him.
It's a great idea, I think, to build, if you could build smaller houses, and people could afford them, you know, you were able to get a house for 60,000 or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
There must be a huge market for that. They're doing that in America now, it's massive.
I like to find a couple of acres, but with forest, I think. You know, before I didn't like forest, but as I get older, I like trees more and more. So land like that and forest, mixed, you know, not just forest, but and put a little wood house, a little chalet, all made of wood with eco construction, you know, using the sun for the electricity, for the hot water, a maximum.
Yeah.
But still have normal water and electricity.
Might be able to get some kind of a grant for that if you were doing all the eco stuff.
And we don't need a big house, you and me, you know. And if it's your land, you can have a little next door things for sculpture, next door things for yoga room, and you know.
Maybe we could design it as like one open room, but you have these panels that come down, and I go into at night. I go, see you, Flo. You're going to bed. The panel comes down in the bedroom, yeah.
Yeah.
And then in the day, it all goes up, and you've got this big open space.
Me, well, I like everything in one floor, in fact, you know,
Yeah.
more or less. And maybe a U, you know, U or L. You know, like that modern house over there, you know,
Yeah.
but made of wood.
I was thinking of that house we saw in, that was lovely when we went on holiday last September to the top of the fucking mountain. Where was that? Yeah, the last holiday we were
Oh
on
yeah, in
with the.
Feillac, in the Keras.
We even
yeah.
brought Bob.
Yeah.
Bob's on any holiday. He's on any holiday. I don't think he'll be going anywhere else. But you know that house we saw one night that was over that way? It was like all open plan. It's massive wood house,
Oh yeah.
all open
yeah,
plan. That was lovely.
Yeah, well, not something as big.
No, that
only
was
some- no.
huge, and there was about 20
Yeah,
rooms in it.
That was too huge. Not as big, but in that ID.
But you
and-
could have open plan, like I say, with partitions that could
Yeah.
come out and stuff.
Yeah.
It would
Japanese
be
partitions, you know.
Mm.
Yeah.
that you could. He's going to run into two cup. That you could open and close, and you know
Yeah.
you could kind of design something.
I think the yoga room connected to the living room with a separate entrance. And when the yoga class is finished, you just open it and make your living room bigger, you know.
Yeah,
But the student, you close when you've got the student, for example.
yeah.
I like that, and I like to have a forest.
And the roof on the bedroom that opens, like to allow you to look up at the sky. And then I'd have my computer room, but
The budget at 60,000.
I'd have my computer room all designed like the bridge of the Starship Enterprise. That's what I've always wanted, with all the stuff on all the computer-looking stuff on the wall, and a special Captain Kirk chair, and all the sound effects, and I could beep you. Flo, get in here. No, even just for the small, straightforward investment like that Olivier did, because I think if you're doing money like we're doing with the crypto thing, I've always said this, you need to have some objective, I think.
Yeah.
There's no point in having the money going up and down forever in the,
No,
you know,
we want to buy
in
something.
cyberspace.
Me, I like to buy really a piece of land to build our own house, a wood house.
Yeah, and I'd like to have an investment, like I
Not
say,
too far away from cities.
in Toulon to get some money, because if you had money from your flat and another and mine, that'd be,
Yeah. And yours? What's yours?
and let's say ours then, another one. It's my idea, that's all. I mean, it's financially
Oh, you
both
mean
of
your
ours.
flat buy with our money, but it's your flat, okay.
It's just my idea, let's say. I just meant my
Okay,
idea.
far away, little rabbit over there. Cherchez petit lapin. Tiens, let's walk by the wood for them to get mad a bit. Touko, va chercher le petit lapin. Allez, on va chercher le petit lapin. Va chercher le petit lapin. Oui, c'est le petit lapin. Allez, on va chercher le petit lapin. Oh non, pas là-bas, là-bas.
The other way.
Allez, Touko. Lapin. Va chercher le lapin.
Flee, you fools! Flee!
Allez, va chercher le lapin. Voilà. Oh, shit.
Ooh,
Ooh.
that's the way you break a dog's. You break a dog's back, and you have to have him put down. He's
That
all
was
right.
a nice roll.
It just shows you the fucking force of that dog. Because Tuco is not like he's not like a little cat or anything. He's 10 kilos.
It's good that he was here. Huh?
He's quite heavy, Tuco. You know, so it shows you how powerful that dog is. That you can just spin him around like a top.
Yeah, but he's gonna have some glue now to go. Look, that come down to go.
Yeah, that makes you look forward with great anticipation to having two fucking dogs like that around, huh?
Let's wait.
All right.
Are you okay, Montuco? Huh? You okay?
I didn't.
But you see the reflex he had. He rolled down. He was.
I don't think it was reflex. I think
No,
it was.
no.
I think it was gravity.
Yeah. You can tell she hasn't been walking. She's not as independent as.
Yeah. That's why it's not like I think Rita is vicious or anything, but without the thing around her mouth, she could bite Tuco really badly, and
And
she's
you and me.
she's just playing. She's not like
No,
but
she's just rough. She could bite you and me as well. Huh?
yeah.
Ça va, mon pépère? You're gonna have some little blues, huh?
God, he rolled off like a little pig. Oh, down the
Well, sometimes when you see dogs playing together, they roll off, hein, they don't break themselves.
Yeah.
Viens, voilà. Viens, voilà. Non! Chut. Et alors, doucement, hein? Viens, Touko. Doucement, Rita.
glove or something, or a
Sock.
sock. How did that get there? I guess people.
Rain. You know, here it was all flooded. So when the flood from the river arrived with all the beans are socks, wheels, plastic, all these things.
Ale Tuco, Rita. We're walking in the ploughed land. The farmer would go mad if he sees us.
Look at all the little rabbit feet here.
The rabbits are all 10 foot underground now.
Yeah. Monsters are coming.
Yeah.
The monsters.
Quiet everybody. That's what they're.
The monster on 4 legs and on 2 legs are coming.
I'll have to set up my trail cam again around here. I haven't done that for a year.
Yeah.
It was last
At the
March.
same time, more or less, yeah.
Just around the time of the lockdown, when I got all the rabbits here. That wonderful video, and I added bright eyes, and then I released it on YouTube thinking, it's going to be a lot of views on that one. I got 3 views. The song,
Which one are you talking about?
you know the song from Art Garfunkel? He sings the song, bright eyes burning like the fire, about the rabbits. No?
No.
Oh, never
don't
mind.
remember.
It's a cultural thing. It must be very popular in Ireland. There was a cartoon about rabbits.
Yeah, you may have told me and I
It was
forgot.
quite depressing. They have to leave their warren because of industrialization. One of these things written by a philosopher, in 1920, using the animals to kind of, blah, blah. And of course the top rabbit, it's like the opposite of a Disneyland. Top rabbit gets killed halfway through the thing, and another rabbit gets killed by a fox. It's fucking mega depressing. And they're trying to move to a different warren. That's the story.
Grow the Irish children with tough reality.
I wasn't Ireland. It was an English writer. Oh, jeez. Rita, try and watch where you're going. Big fucking. Why are we going this way?
To extend the walk.
See, there's no wind. It's the first time in a long time there's. It's still, isn't it? Because there's been an awful lot of wind over the last couple of weeks.
Is the river bigger?
Wow! All right. So it's 21st of April. We're out here walking with Tuco and the incredibly disconcerting Rita, who's in front of me in the water. Certainly be a good guard dog to have around if you were on your own and stuff, but otherwise incredibly annoying. I'm just talking about Rita. Ici, Rita, ici, Rita, ici, Rita.
Ici. Don't call twice. She doesn't know to obey. Rita, ici. Viens là. Rita, viens ici. Ah, she knows. C'est vrai, hein? She knows I'm going to put back the things. That's too small.
That's okay. Grab the. She's going to drop it in a minute. Then you have to put the thing back on her mouth.
Have you seen how she knows?
At least she didn't lose it in the water.
Yeah, no, je les attache pour cela.
Otherwise, you'd have to hold her here, and I'll go home at Tuco.
Viens là, viens là.
Reach
Shall I
out.
put it back or shall I take it away?
No, put it back.
Put it back. You're not going to be able to take your stone. Come here. Viens là. She thinks I'm going to take it away. Viens là. Viens là. Viens ici.
Be careful she doesn't bite you.
Viens là. Viens là, ma belle.
Reach out. Stop.
Je te montre. Hein. Non, 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 non. Non, 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 non. Voilà. Je suis désolée, mais t'es trop dangereuse. Hein? Voilà, c'est bien, ma belle. Mais tu es un petit peu trop dangereuse avec ta bouche. Oh, yeah, I know. And we don't want you to play stone. You're going to damage your teeth. You won't be able to bite us after. Hein? Allez.
Allez.
Allez, on y va. Eh ben oui, hein.
Oh boy.
Get quickly now, but the stone.
Oh
Eh,
God.
alors, va chercher les lapins. Où sont les petits lapins? Hein? Va chercher les petits lapins là-bas. Hein, Rita? Va chercher les petits lapins.
Shall we go straight across?
Yeah, yeah.
This is just.
I don't know, actually, if it's just
It's not planted. It's just wild.
red from last year.
Yeah.
Allez.
Allez. Allez.
Bien, ma belle, c'est bien.
Ah, the soil. Always changing, organically changing, growing.
So now we're looking at a piece of land plus a wood house. So let's say the wood house 60,000, that's cheap. The piece of land 60, that's cheap as well. That's 160, make it round it at 200 to be honest.
What about my flat in
200, and then your flat in Toulon,
100?
150,
Yeah.
350.
Maybe the
But
next.
you can have mortgage, you don't need to buy a, but we will be able to have a mortgage for some of it if we had two wage. We can prove
Yeah.
that we have two wage. Because if we've got two small wage, normal wage, minimum wage, plus the deposit, I think the bank will follow it.
Could we not scheme a way of getting Alex or Nico to pretend they're hiring us, let's say, or me?
I know.
They
No,
pretend
because
that I'm
no,
working
they're
with
gonna
them
pay-
and
no,
they're
they pay-
paying me.
They pay tax. They're going to have to declare you officially to
All right.
give official wages, pay slip. And so they'll pay tax.
I couldn't just go to the bank and say Nico is hiring me.
No.
He's not related to me. He's
No,
just a
because
friend.
the bank was going to ask you the copy of the work contract,
Yeah, yeah.
copy of the last three pay slip. Etc., etc. Ah, alors ma belle, hein?
Well, maybe the next bull market, when we set off the second time round and we've learned everything and we've got all the, you know,
The Bitcoin going to 100 and
at that point
ADA
you,
go to 10.
at that point either goes to 8 or 9 and the money shoots up.
We even haven't reached 2, so
Yeah, it's
I don't think it'll go that high actually, Ada. No? Well,
It's unknown.
we don't know actually, we don't know anything, yeah.
There's another blockchain called Celero. It's about number 15 on the list, and you know that's similar in its way to the ADA blockchain. So they're different things. The blockchains are one thing, and then this thing called Atom is a thing that it's like a little hub that can connect all the blockchains and help with transferring stuff.
Uh-huh.
So you know everything's got its own little place within the space. So you don't really know
So they're
who's
all
going to be.
connected, but they're not leading. Huh? They all know each other, but there is no one more important than the other.
No, it's still too early to pick. I mean, at the moment, Ethereum is the one that you would think is going to be the main currency.
Really?
You'll see the Ethereum sign in supermarkets and stuff probably.
Really?
You know, and you'll be able to pay with your phone because that's very well known, and it's like it's attaching.
Bitcoin very well known.
Yeah, but Bitcoin is not really something most people want to use, you know, because of the nature of the limited supply of coins. A lot of people want to keep it, but Ethereum is different, and Ethereum is like it's like attaching lots of flies in the web now. There's all kinds of companies getting stuck to it that want to use it. But if something happened to Ethereum, and there are some problems, some transactions are slow. It's got very high fees for some certain things. Fees are going to be the big thing, I think. So there's fees when there's so much. If you want to transfer one crypto to another, sometimes if you want to transfer something to Ethereum, it's like a big fee to do it. Or there's different fees and different. Even the cryptos themselves have got like the euro and the dollar has got a different. They've got the currency difference. I didn't realize this, but the cryptos themselves have their exchange rate. So when you exchange lots of things from one to another, you may find, well, that's less. How did that work? But it's because you're exchanging from a lower one to a higher one, and I never really thought about that. So you have to be careful when you exchange things. I mean, this is all the speculation. I hope something comes out of it all, because it'd be a terrible shame in 10 years if it's still the same.
Well, there will be more than we have anyway in the bank system.
Yeah.
And right now it's not too good to have money in the bank. So.
No. For buying property and stuff like that, for instance, there may be some advancements made with all this stuff. It may be more beneficial to go through some of these things than to go through the normal bank.
Shall I teach her how to keep doing like a
No, just go straight across here. I don't want to be. Rita! Rita! Allez! Allez!
Doucement, doucement. Et alors?
Good boy. You're going home, Rita?
Oui, doucement. Rita, allez.
I think Tuco does the right thing. He stops when she comes toward him.
Yeah, he knows.
Like us, to say,
He knows about
you just decide which direction you're going to go. I'm not going to fucking...
Doucement, Rita. Doucement. Alors. Et alors?
So you want to just bring Rita in and I'll keep Tuco out, because that never seems to end well when you bring...
But you stay, you wait. Huh? You don't keep walking. Stop at the gate here.
Yeah.
Otherwise you follow through.
Tuco! This way.
Rita. Voilà. Tu vas aller voir ton fils, hein? Tu vas aller voir le fiston? Allez, hop. Whoa. Yeah, I have to lock, otherwise you can open.
Oh. Oh, there's the little puppy. He's really more interested in Tuco than his son, huh? Yeah, he's getting bigger and bigger, huh?
He's got big nails as well already. Huh? Huh? Yeah. Look at his legs.
Woohoo!
Tu as envie de take him?
No, no, leave him, leave him. You'll only
Voilà. Voilà, on
upset the
va
other one.
On va passer.
Rita is more interested in Tuco than his pup.
Au revoir Rita. Ouais.
Hello, little fella. Hello, little fella. Hello, Rita. Hello, little puppy. Hello, little puppy. Look at your ears. Look at your ears. Rita, Tuco. Shh. Marie, I think. She's got a Clio. Shut up, you just had a walk. Maybe not. Rita.
Comment ça va?
Oui.
Vous êtes sorti du Covid et tout ça?
Ça fait un moment maintenant,
Ah
ouais.
bon.
Ouais, ouais, la pêche là.
Ouais.
Ouais.
Tant mieux.
Allez, Tuco, let's go. Let's go. Stop Rita barking.
Bon, on fait par là, non?
Bob is just sleeping on his puff.
No, I think Rita was happy to go for the walk and she didn't want to split up from her.
That's a sleepy cat.
Oh, yeah.
She's not even opening her eyes.
Yeah,
anymore.
hard life. Hein. Coucou toi. Coucou mon pépère. Oh, c'est bien de faire la balade. On enlève ça?
That's a car. That was a car like ours without the hatchback part.
Ouais, c'est ça. Allez, on enlève. Hop, voilà. Voilà, monsieur.
Up. Hello, Bob.
Oh, it's warm here. Oh, you put back the eating.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, I must have done it. Oh, yeah, this morning. Do you want to know how long that took? The whole thing?
45 minutes.
59 minutes, 25 seconds. I'm going to wait for the hour, yeah, and then I'm going to turn off because I like having things to a rounded number.
Of course, yes.
I'm sure that's not surprising.
Oh, there was an egg brewing in the plant.
Yeah, I thought that's better there than in the fridge, huh?
Really?
Yeah, in the fridge because I don't know what that's made of, so I thought it mightn't be the best to have it kind of plasticky stuff in the fridge. But there it looks like the little bird laid it. 57, 58, 59. Adios.